Okay, and now let's look at actually applying the melodies over top of these chords and the bass line itself. Quick recap in case you haven't watched the first lesson. Our bass line, capo 5th fret, we have the open string to the 3rd fret on string 6 with palm muting over here with our right hand, playing the bass line with my thumb. Let's now apply the first melody with that bass line. So what we do is our melody is right on like quarter notes kind of thing, and we pinch the first melody note. This is my 1st fret, string number 2, with my open string 5, and then they are separated. We play the melody followed by the bass. So together, and then melody, bass. We move on. Our melody moves to the 3rd fret on string number 2. We get the G in the bass. Exact same principle applies. We play pinch the 2 notes together, and then melody followed by bass. Our melody next is in 8th notes, coming over the A string, the open A. We pinch the notes together. I hammer my 1st finger down. Reach up for that 3rd fret, string 1, and then the 2 open strings at the end are played together. Back to our 3rd fret, string 2. Pinch the 2 notes together and put your bass note down. Moving on. This is exactly the same as the first measure I showed you. Now here, we have the choice of playing an open 2nd string with our G in the bass, or bring your 4th finger across and get the 4th fret on string number 3. The reason I would choose to do so is because then we can keep the melody very staccato. Melody now moving to 2nd fret, string 3. And then we pretty much just repeat that with an alternate ending. So we go through, it's all the same, but then our alternate ending is, it's our 2nd fret, string 3 with our open A. Oops. Open 2nd string with the G, and we conclude this with our, I just roll my fingers very quickly. Making sure to get that high open 1st string as the melody. Alright, moving into the verse, things become very sparse here as the melody is very low. So our melody on string number 4, that's our 2nd fret open string. We play 1 bass note, and then our G bass note with the 4 open strings. Back to more open strings. Grab your open string 5, 3rd frets. Now, within this verse, whenever the vocal melody drops out, I move back and play the bass line. And the verse melody is always, it's pretty much always the same with slight variations. And cruising through like that. Let's move on to the chorus. By this point in the song, we add in another chord, and I choose to play a little bit more aggressively, and instead of playing just single notes, you'll get fragments of chords to fill out the sound a little bit. So the chords in question here are A minor, G, F, and G. Now they're not really always played in their formation like this due to the melodies that have to weave themselves around here. Alright, so for measure number 1, which is an A minor and a G chord, over the G is most of the melody, where I'm playing the A and the C. Again, I'm just kind of speaking in terms of the capo placement here. So to the F. Notice we're getting the more of a full chord sound here. Same thing over the G, some open strings, playing with our 3 fingers. And the snare is scattered throughout as well, meaning the hits on 2 and 4. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I am holding the grip of the A minor chord coming in. There's our G. This is about the 3rd measure into the chorus. Grab your F here. 4th finger is going to help you out with the high G. More of a G7 grip here. So I've kind of gone through the first phrase. Let's recap. A minor, not really anything added, over the G. To the F. Here's our G chord again. Starting over. Move this down, get an F grip. Repeating here. With a slightly different melody to conclude this. So we have our A minor. Get your 2nd finger to grab that A with the G chord. Sorry, and we have our F chord. All right, and then from there, the chorus kind of repeats itself, and very slight variations within it. So always around these 3 chords, over and over. What comes after that? We have another solo to lead us into the 2nd verse of my arrangement, where I opt for the female verse. But that solo in question something like that. This heavy vibrato. I apply that when I can. But again, what happens with this solo is it's placed over that bass line that we've had so many times. Repeats itself after that. So it's pretty much a 4-measure phrase. Pinching those 2 notes together, the 3rd fret and the G. So that's halfway through. Moving on. Again, trying to palm mute the upper strings, but allow that note to ring out on string number 2 and 1 down there. The verse for the female part is pretty straightforward. Again, I don't even think I do too much with the bass notes here. It's more just a single bass note and then the melody comes in. And down. And when she stops singing, you come back in with the bass line. Okay, I hope this can help get you through the arrangement, and feel free to ask any questions if you get stuck anywhere, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks.